Hey, welcome back everyone. It is time for another red hot cover call video. Well, hey, look, in this video, I'm going to show you three things. We're going to talk about some of my recent trades. I'm going to show you where I'm at. This is the very first week of September. September closed and I pocket $15,049. A lot of it was the $11,480 that I made on covered calls and cash secure put selling. That's what I do for a profession. I sell premium. Now, along the way, I make dividend income because over the years, I've used all of my covered call premium profits. That be the golden goose of investing. It produces a golden egg, and I take that golden egg of profit and I buy dividend-paying funds that pay me passively. So what you see on screen is $3,569 in passive cash flow. Dividend weekly income because I learned how to write covered calls and I learned how to sell cash secure puts. I generate that golden egg of profit and I buy dividend paying funds. Those dividend paying funds pay me passively. Like if I do nothing here, I'm going to collect $3,500 a week. Do you make $3,500 a week? I didn't when I was working the 9 to 5. It is incredible the power of covered call writing and cash secure put selling. Now look, anybody can do this. You only need 100 shares of an optionable stock to start. I started with one stock, and I've told the story many times. That one trade changed my life because I went from a buy and hold investor, an investor that bought and held companies for dividends, and then I would try to swing trade, day trade, and I was a loser. Like I was a loser, man. I was getting kicked in the nads all the time until my mentor Jerry showed me how to write covered call, sell cash secure puts, changed my life forever. And if that doesn't get you fired up, here's my total since doing this. This is when I started back in 2016. I've told this story 1,000 times. 2016, it's as if I left the nest. The nest being the mentorship of Jerry. Finally, mid-year, August, I went ahead and started writing covered calls and selling puts on about 4 stocks, making $18,612. Now, that doesn't sound like much now, but back then it meant everything to me. I realized, man, if I took on a part-time job, it would probably pay me $18,600 a year. Here I am doing this in 6 months. And I'm sitting in front of a computer doing it and not putting in much time. Fast forward, 2017, 39,000. Now we are making real money. 2018, 2019, coming in at about 50,000. Hey, I'll tell you, this means everything to me at this point in my life. The fact that if I lost my 9 to 5 job, I could literally trade the markets to make that kind of income. Hey, I was all in. Plus, look at my dividends there on the right. We're making steady annual dividends. That's what those are. These are all annual numbers. So in 2019, before I absolutely take off like a rocket, you're about to see this here, so stick with me. We're making $40,000 a year in passive dividend income. And it's all because of everything I'm showing you here on the left, writing covered calls, selling cash secure puts. Now I'm going to show you a members video at the end of this video. So right now, you're going to be here for at least 20 minutes. So I need you to just sit back. I want you to get a cup of coffee. But if you truly want to change your life, you need to follow me. You absolutely need to follow me. I have hundreds of people following me at the membership. They get every single trade. And wait till you see where I'm at this year. This is incredible. 2020, when the market crashes, everybody asks me, how do you make money when it's crashing? Well, we made $109,000. You add in the dividends, that is $150,000 using the stock market. We followed that up in 2021 with 104. And look at the dividends, man. They are still popping. We are making real money. And of course, 2022, this is the year I retired. I was working so much. They were literally working me where I could barely spend much time trading. We still end up making $57,000, $46,000 on the dividend side. That is over $100,000 where I couldn't even trade as much as I am now. So now it is on. I know I'm going to retire from the 9 to 5 December 2022. Going to retire on my birthday. I'm 55 years old. You say to yourself, you're retiring at 55 years old? You see why right in front of you. We are going to bet on myself, and that's what I did. Now, I will tell you this. I work for one of the biggest shipping companies. I was a computer guy, and I have a little bit of a monthly stipend. Plus, I have some insurance as well. But look, it wasn't enough to live on, so we go to work. We sit in this captain's chair, and we go to work every day. And what we do is we trade the stock market professionally, writing covered calls, selling cash secure puts. In the description below is a free 1-month offer for you to be a part of the membership. If anything, to watch my trades. I mean, I think I did 3 of them yesterday on Friday. We closed incredible trades. I just showed you I made 15 grand this past week. Wait till I show you August. Now, we're in retirement. It's 2023, and all I want to do, hey, just give me a good year. I want to make 100 grand. Popping 172. I now know this is what I can do. You give me a small bankroll and I can make money. Look at those dividends absolutely jacking up now because I have more money to buy more dividend paying funds. This is what I do. I place the trade, we work the trade, we make the profit, and then we buy a dividend paying fund. We live off of our dividends. That's the incredible part of learning how to sell premium, learning how to write covered calls, sell cash secure puts. You learn a skill for which you can live off of. Now, I don't live off of any of the money on the left. All this money you're seeing right here, I don't live off of that. I live off of what you see on the right. And that's all passive income. If you get rid of everything here on the left, I'm still making this. And that is wealth. That is wealth. Let me say that again. That is wealth. That's what I try to teach the members. We want to go from the trade idea to the wealth idea real quick. Now, look at 2024. We are blowing up. I'm like a machine at this point. Look, if you were a member, you'd have seen every single trade. I had a $73,000 selling premium month. Now, I know for a lot of people, they might have $100,000 months. I've never had a $100,000 month because back in the day, I was only using $225,000 to do what I'm doing. Now I'm using more because now I'm retired. I gained control of my 401k. Look at what we put in on 2024. That is an incredible number. That's $575,000 in 2024. And oh yeah, the tax man came. And if you've been watching my channel this year, you always hear me talking about paying the tax man. And that's what we've done with our tax bucket idea. The members know this. The members see this. I'm trying to condition everybody, every member to be successful. And that's what we're doing at the membership. Take a look at this. This is where we're at right now. 2025, selling premium, $216,000, knocking it down. Now look at the dividends. I'm telling you right now, it's like the dividends are catching up. And that's all passive, man. That's like I'm working on the left side. The right side, I'm not working. Do you get what I'm saying? On the right side of this screen, I don't work. It comes in. We are September 6th, and that's how much has already come in. I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be on mark over 200,000. And I'll tell you, the tax man cometh. So since 2016, these are all gross numbers. Hey, taxes can vary from year to year. It's all gross numbers. Look at this. Gross 1.84 million since Jerry, my mentor, showed me how to do it. A lot of people say this all the time. They email me. They place in the comments, John, once I found you, I started making money. Once I became your member, I'm absolutely killing it, showing me numbers that for which they're making more than I did when they first started because they're following me. See, every trade I place is my money. It's my money. I'm in retirement. Look, if I'm not good at this, I'm going back to the 9 to 5. I'm not so independently wealthy that I can't work. Not at all. So we have to win. My videos, whether you like how I present my videos or not, they're always showing you my trade. We talk about it, so maybe you learn something. And that's why I'm here. Because at the end of the day, we have graduated to where using covered calls and cash secure puts, that's the way. That's the golden goose of investing. And every single time I have a golden egg, absolutely buy a dividend-paying fund. Let's go ahead and get to this because I'm going to tell you right now, if you like anything you hear, by the way, this is all cash flow. So if you're looking for cash flow so you can retire, you came to the right place. So I want you to subscribe to the channel. Hey, look, right now, if you like this video, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. Now look, real quick, I've got the members video at the end. I told you you'd be here for 20 minutes. You either hang out or you don't. I don't care. I have no YouTube ads on. What I'm hoping to do is inspire you on the front end of this video. Then on the back end, maybe you get a little education. How we have great entry points. How we pick favorable entries so we can have winning trades. I'm not here to teach you to get rich. I'm here to give you a chance for a more favorable entry for a more favorable trade. Because over the years, all those years I showed you just now, we have learned a couple super simple things. I don't get complicated, man. People ask me at the membership all the time, why aren't you doing condors and credit spreads and debit spread and all this crazy spinning plate stuff? Well, you know what I say? I say I learned one way and I am successful. Let me be successful and I'll meet you at the finish line. I don't have to get there tomorrow, in a month, or a year. This is the long game. And if you're in retirement or you're thinking about getting to retirement and you need a cash flow, it's not about running to the finish line. You need to have a consistent system and method. Hey, look, I don't profess to be a guru at anything. I show you my trades. We talk about it. What I show the members is how I've learned things and I apply those to my trading. I don't pull out any voodoo and we're going to do this, that, and the other and hope at the end we have a little bit of money. Not at all. We are straightforward, down the line, very narrow. Before we move on, many people email me all the time. Hey, John, tell me about this stock, that stock, this stock. You know, I'll tell you what, I will check it out for them. For the most part, I tip my hat to them and say, good luck, because I don't lose focus. I use diversified ETFs, whether we're using sectors or ETF to the indexes. And what we do, we diversified a risk. We're trading indexes. And what we do is use 3x leveraged ETFs just to give us the boost. Think of it this way. We're investing in the S&P 500, but we use UPRO because it's the 3x version of the SPY. So when you hear all these people trading the SPY, well, I'm trading UPRO. The risk is the same. It's the SPY. I have volatility. Volatility at the membership does not equal risk, but it does equal profits because we make more dollar on dollar over all those SPY investors. Absolutely love it. That's what I show my members. Volatility does not equal risk. We use leveraged ETF to the indexes and sectors, and we just stay in our lane. Let's talk real quick about August because I got to get to that members video. That's a special video only the members see. In the description below, I give my members videos all the time, emails all the time. In fact, I sent them an email just last Sunday about SOXL. That's what you're going to watch. I sent them an email saying, look, we're going to pick the 2350 strike, 24 strike. We're going to do cash secure puts, knocking it down. I put on the trades. They put on the trades. We closed them, made money. We put on those trades again for next Friday. The golden goose laying golden eggs. And oh yeah, I bought WPay. Everybody loves WPay, the new WPay ETF that's going to pay weekly. It's incredible. I bought 10 shares free and clear. Didn't pull out a nickel from my capital because I wrote covered calls, sold puts. We bought WPay. I'm going to buy enough WPay. And my goal now is 300 shares of WPay, all with profits. So I don't risk anything. I can care less about NAV erosion because that dog's going to NAV erode instantly. But hey, I want to be a part of it. Everybody loves it. We're going to go for it. Now, real quick, let's take a look at that August. August was incredible because it's a carry through from after the markets start to rally. So the markets crashed 21%. I make $5,000 in March, $5,000 in April, and I'll tell you what, I'll take that all day. I could live off of that. Look at what happens after that. May 15, June 22, July 36, popping August 50. Look at September. It's September 6th. We could potentially, I got to knock on wood, we could potentially get 60. Markets are trading sideways to higher. They don't want to sell them off. I'd have thought they'd have sold them off already, but they haven't. What they're going to do is trade in this Goldilocks range. We can make money selling calls, selling puts. But look at my dividend income. Look at that. March, 9 grand. April, 8 grand. Then it jacks up. 16, 16, 16. We hit the 21,000 in August only because Misty, that pig I'm still in, I can't wait to get out of that, which I probably never will. It produced 2 dividends in August. Why? It's a 4-week trade, not 5 weeks. So August gets the 2 Misty dividends. It's just the way the calendar dropped. But here's where we're at right now. Between covered calls, puts, and dividends, 339,372, knocking it down, feeling wonderful. I'll tell you what, we have so many trades right now that are green. I'm just showing the members everything, man. We got BidX. Oh, we got a lot of BidX. We got MSFU. That's Microsoft. Oh, got a poor man's covered call there where I jacked that up to 20 contracts. Boy, we got an SMCX put that's going to look to be profitable. I'm down right now. SOXL, that's what we're going to talk about in the video you're about to watch. TNA and Yin. We are using Yin, playing it like a fiddle. We have done a couple cash secure puts, never a sign. And because it's a 3X leverage ETF to the China big caps, we are making money because Alibaba had great earnings, popping higher. Yin is back off the bench. Hey, look, I am going to leave it right there. What I want you to do is this. In the description below, I want you to get your 1 free month offer. Guy signed up last night. He was so eager. I was sleeping. Said, look, man, let me in, let me in, let me in. Look, when PayPal sets you up, you get an email that gets you where you have to go, the download hub. You get the password, the download hub, everything. Then I add you to the system so you get the phone app, you get all the emails, the blog posts. This guy was on fire. I love it though. I love that excitement. 1 free month offer. That's where he took advantage of it. And now this cat is going to see my trades. And we are looking to have a very big September. Right before we get there, here's all my active trades for September. I trade my kids' accounts as well. These are my active trades, and I want you to notice something. Most of them are for next week. Next week, all these expire. You could have been a part of it, but we're going to start putting on trades for September 19th and, of course, the 26th. Join. Get your 1 free month offer, man. I don't know what you're waiting for. We are going to be knocking this down, and the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Want you to watch this video right now. This is what the members get. This is how we do. Now, I'm going to turn it over to him. I know you're going to like this one. Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is time to talk about that SOXL trade. We just talked about SOXL using the 2350 strike, and I sent you the email where we said that strike is golden. I'm going to show you on the charts as to why that strike was golden, but more importantly, we're going to look at where it's at now and what we're going to do, because we put on cash secure puts using the 24 and 2350 strike when the stock was trading higher. And sure enough, it came down. It's now moving higher, and I believe the market has sold off such that now we may have a more favorable chance the markets could go sideways to higher. We'll get out of all these trades not being a sign, but it has everything to do with that 2350 strike. So let's go ahead and take a look at SOXL and the chart. Now, looking at the email I sent, we talked about that SOXL trade, a 2350 strike, cash secure put was golden. I even included the chart. That strike price was support in the near term. Unless the stock market was truly to fall, to collapse, SOXL was going to fall possibly to 24 and then maybe test 2350. I'm going to show you here on the charts what I was looking at. We went ahead and did those trades. We didn't just say we were going to do them. We actually went ahead and did them. One of the best ways to become a great trader is to find those spots. Those spots are opportunities, and then we take advantage of those opportunities. You can see here with all my current trades, if we look at the SOXL trades, these red cash secure puts, we not only did them in my account, we did it in my kids' accounts. And we used the 2350, 24, 2350, and this 26 strike, a bit high for my son, but do note that we got involved back August 25th. When I sent that email, it's around August 29th, September 1st. The stock had continued to fall. We went ahead and decided to pick those strikes. Looking at where it's played out since, well, that's exactly what it has done. It has fallen from $30 at the top of its range all the way down to where I believe that 24 mark would be the bottom. Now, it wasn't going to be the perfect bottom, but you figure with 3x leveraged ETFs, we know that if we get somewhere near the bottom, even if it were to continue to fall, we can then write a near-term out-of-the-money covered call and still get paid. So that's why I picked the 24 strike, but largely because of where it had rallied from. So we can look at this as near-term support, and that was beautiful, right? It truly traded in that 23.50 range, $24 range. During the trading day, it dipped all the way down below 23.50. So 23.50 was going to be a great place to plant the flag. What I'm trying to tell you in this video is we don't have to pick the exact bottom. This is not playing horseshoe. This is more like throwing grenades. We just have to get close. And that's what we did with the 24 and 23 strike, because now with this recent sell-off, we're getting that push higher now. But again, let's go back to why did I pick these? See, SOXL was trading to the side. It was drifting off. It had blown out of the Keltner channel top. We know we do not trade it. Wait for it to come back. And sure enough, when it blew through at 22.50 way back in June, it fell all the way intraday down to 20.18. That's almost a $2.40 move on SOXL. You wait for them. Sure enough, it pops. Look at that incredible pop. So if anything, you knew it was going to backfill this candle, this big candle right here. And as it's rallying higher and higher and higher, you don't quite know when it's going to pull back. Well, it starts to pull back. And although the 24 and 23 strike are good now, you could have easily traded this back when it hit 23.50, and you would have traded those cash secure puts as it rallied. But notice how when it breaks this resistance right here and it pops above, it's using that resistance as now support. And of course, this candle is the one. This is the candle, not this candle because it backfills here. It's this candle. This candle never truly gets backfilled. And because of that, it's going to trade above this. If it's going to come back, it's going to backfill. And look at this backfill. Everything gets backfilled. Now it touches it many times, and now it's going to move higher. It's going to move higher now, and possibly, if it were to get back to 29, look for it to use the 25 strike. Why? Because this is where it tapped 3 times support and moved higher. So this potentially could be our new support. We'll have to see, because obviously it's not there yet, but if it were to get there, that's where new support would be. That would be your first flag in the cash secure put game. When we find ourselves with great opportunities, we want to take advantage of them. Now, right now would be a good time to do that 23.50 strike as it's going higher. You still have a chance. I really want you to see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is not necessarily the strike prices that I send you. I want you to then go dig into the charts. Just look at a simple chart with the Keltner channel and just see what I'm seeing. Because when I send you these emails and I tell you that the 23.50 strike is golden for a cash secure put, there is an absolute reason. And hey, look, like I said, it's not always perfect. But I figure if I'm going to get involved with SOXL, I would rather get involved in and around there's some measure of support, not the tippy top. Because now, if I'm in at the top, man, I got to wait a full 4 points. And I don't know if it'll get there. I'll tell you, TNA is the same way. Before we get out of here, let's take a look at TNA, because recently TNA has had that tremendous run. We have all of our shares taken away. I love it. I had been holding that for such a long time. But what happens now? We have all these incredible gaps because this thing is popping because of the interest rate cuts that are coming. But notice how it backfills. On a micro look, you can see how it backfills these incredible rallies. It doesn't do it here, but it did at least backfill to 39. So if you're getting involved now, you can feel assured that at least you won't have to backfill an entire move from 42 all the way down to potentially 37. Again, we let these things run. We let them go. They'll always come back to us because indexes do that. They rally them to sell them off, to rally them to sell them off, to rally them again. And when we look at a macro view of TNA, it's done this many times. And remember, all we want to do is identify a stock's trading range. I call it a sandbox. A lot of people will say they do not want to trade things like this because they can't identify the range. But when we bring it in to a micro view, now you can see this is 2 weeks, right? So we can trade this thing. This is too high. We could trade it here. Too high, trade it here. Now you're going to have these moments where the markets sell off, but look what happens when they come back. Great example. We do not buy it here. We buy it here. We do not buy it here. We buy it here. And in a 3-day sell-off, it found itself right back to where? Here. That's what you want to do. Now it pops off and look at what it's doing. It's traveling up the Keltner channel mid. So we want to get involved at the Keltner channel mid right here. And I just did a cash secure put with TNA at 38. I'm going to go ahead and figure that if this were to pull back and it doesn't make new highs here, it's going to pull back to that 38 strike right there. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to play the 38 strike. And in fact, if we take a look at my total income tracker, which I'm truly hoping you're all using, I spend a lot of time in my total income tracker. There it is right there. When it was trading at 41, we go ahead and pick that 38 strike. We still got a $1.19. Turns out to be 16 days. That's incredible for 16 days worth of work. We take it, and as it ebbs and flows, we're going to probably buy it back and pocket about $1,000 and we move on. All we did was use the charts in our favor. The 38 strike is where it probably comes down and move higher from there. You just have to believe in your charting. And like I said, I'll leave you on this. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Had we picked this strike right here at 35, hey, this dips to 31. And yeah, we may have a confidence issue at that point. I'm not losing confidence because I understand that that's what these things do. Look at this. The market was incredibly selling off. We knew we were going to get some buying. Boy, look at that. Of these 10 days, 10 or 12 days, only 2 green days. So, you really need to dial in on support. TNA is a great example. We use that 38 strike because hypothetically it can come right back, and I'm going to pick that 38. Boy, giving us real downside protection. That entire candle fill is where I picked that strike. That's how I want you to see it. You always want the most favorable chance to have a winning trade. We don't have to get rich on trade 1. We're in this for the long game. Let's have 100 great conservative trades because we're winning. That's the key. If we can win and win and win, we pick up crumb after crumb after crumb. Now we're talking real money. Hey, look, be safe, be healthy, most important, be lucky. Until next time, may your covered calls be profitable.